Hey everyone, in today's video we are going to be looking at the two tropical disturbances in the Atlantic that may become Danny and Elsa. Before we could get into the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on post notifications so you won't miss a single upload or live stream on the channel. Right now we are looking at the 5-day graphical tropical weather outlook from the National Hurricane Center in Miami, Florida. As you can see, we do have a tropical disturbance 2 out in the Atlantic, a 40% chance of a cyclone formation in 5 days. A broad area of low pressure associated with a tropical wave is producing a small cluster of showers and thunderstorms over the central tropical Atlantic Ocean. Some slow development is possible through the end of the week as the system moves quickly westward to west-northwestward at about 20 miles per hour, likely reaching the Lesser Antilles Wednesday night. Formation chance in 48 hours is a low 20% chance, and a formation chance in 5 days is a medium 40% chance. This has increased over the last couple of days. And we also have a tropical depression 4, which has just recently formed at about 11 a.m. So this was about an hour ago. We do have tropical depression 4 off of the South Carolina coastline. It does have maximum sustained winds of 30 knots or 35 miles per hour, a minimum central pressure of 1,013 millibars, located at 31.9 north, 78.3 west, and movement is west-northwest at 14 knots or 16 miles per hour. Here's your forecast cone for Tropical Depression 4, and we do in fact have tropical storm warnings out right now for portions of the South Carolina coastline. This looks to be forming into Tropical Storm Danny very shortly here as it makes landfall on the South Carolina coast. That's why we have those tropical storm warnings. It will definitely weaken very quickly as it forms back into a post-tropical depression, and 8 p.m. Tuesday still a post-tropical depression, so southeast may see a lot of rainfall from this, but not much for those winds. You may see some definitely gusty winds if you do live along the South Carolina coastline, or pretty much anywhere into Georgia may see some very gusty winds throughout today and even tomorrow. So make sure you do bring in anything indoors that can blow away easily. Storm surge is really not a big threat for this. As you can see, there's South Carolina. From Port Royal Sound to the South Santee River, you will see around 1 to 3 feet of storm surge, but really not any impacts for that storm surge. We're looking back at Tropical Disturbance 2, which is Invest 95L. As you can see, it's very unorganized. We're not seeing any convection at all. It's pretty much clouds at this point that's circulating around a low pressure area. But as you can see, chances have definitely increased over time. The last video I made for this system was a couple of days ago, or maybe even last week, and it was about a 10 or 20% chance of developing, and we were saying it's not going to really develop much, but now we do have a 40% chance of developing, and the National Hurricane Center does know where this is going, so it definitely has a bigger chance of developing now. As you can see, it's not really doing much right now. It's pretty much clouds and water vapor just circulating around a low pressure area. Definitely having a difficult time, but now we can actually look at our models for this system. Intensity guidance for Invest 95L, as you can see, most of these models are reaching that tropical storm status, not quite a category 1 status. Some do have it reaching a high-end tropical storm strength, maybe even a low-end category 1 strength. But as you can see, most of these are reaching a tropical storm strength and kind of staying in that region. They're not weakening. So it'll be interesting to see what this does. As you can see, they're not weakening from 160 hours out. So that's about a week out, and it's not weakening. So this looks to be forming into a tropical storm actually very soon. Possibly by 48 hours, we may see a tropical storm status. And by 24 hours from now, we may even see a tropical depression status from some models. Now, this is why the National Hurricane Center has such a narrow inner area highlighted for Invest 95L. As you see, this is a very narrow region that they have highlighted. And this is why most of these spaghetti models are actually agreeing a lot lately. As you can see, here's just a GPS model. As you can see, a lot of these models are pretty much agreeing this is going to go straight into the Caribbean and strengthen into a tropical storm at least. It may have a little bit of shear to go through, but once it gets to that shear and maybe dry air loft, it may definitely develop here into a tropical storm, maybe a Category 1 hurricane for the first of the Caribbean season. And here's the global hurricane models. As you can see, most of these models are agreeing. We do have some kind of sidetracking into more of northern South America, but most of these are going into the Caribbean here and developing from there. It's kind of similar to the Hurricane Dorian track, not very similar, maybe a little more south, but definitely that goes, a lot of those just go right over Puerto Rico. So definitely watch out for this if you do live anywhere in the Caribbean. This could definitely go anywhere in the Caribbean, really. But they're looking more likely to go over around the Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic area. And lastly, we can look at our GFS and symbols. And a lot of these, again, are agreeing. This is going to go right over the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico area, and it kind of track out to sea from there. And it doesn't look like it's going to really make it to the U.S. But again, if that high pressure does move a little more to the west, we may see this track right into the U.S. So we still have a week out. This thing will definitely change. So make sure you are updated with the channel. Make sure you are subscribed with notifications so you won't miss a single update or live stream of this tropical disturbance. I will definitely keep you guys updated as this moves forward, but definitely share this with any friends or family that may be in the path of any of these disturbances, and also make sure to check out the Facebook group down below. But anyways, stay safe.